children. Once again welcome to online classes. So far I have completed first lesson of new syllabus, that is crop production and management. So today I am going to start with the microorganisms, primate. Oh, this is second chapter. So before starting this chapter, I want to tell you that I have sent the notes of first lesson through the PDF in the group. So most of the children have seen, I think so. If you have any doubts also, you can contact me in the given number and in the given time. And questions also in the last video I have written on the board, because in this new syllabus the questions are in order frequently, like first one is fill in the blank, second match the following, so third, fourth, so on will be the question answers. So like that the questions are continuously, numbers are also continuous. So I have written all the questions on the board in the previous video also. Okay, I hope you have understood and got the video also, sorry, PDF also, and you have written the notes. Okay, after writing the notes, you can bring it for the corrections. So today I am going to start with the microorganisms. I think you know what you mean by microorganisms. Okay, so far we have studied about the living organisms, that is plants and animals. Okay, plants and animals. So we have studied so far about the two living organisms. Apart from these, some other kind of organisms are also there. So those are called as microorganisms. What do you mean by microorganisms? Micro is nothing but the small, very, very small. Micro is nothing but very, very small. Okay. Micro is nothing but the very, very small. That means we cannot see with our naked eyes. Yes, microorganisms are the organisms which are present in the soil, water, everywhere. So whatever we touch, the door, the bench, the desk, compass, pen, pencil, whatever you touch, everywhere the microorganisms are present. But some microorganisms are seen by the naked eye, some are not seen by the naked eye. So some are very, very small. For example, I think children, you have seen some spoiled food at home, like roti, chapati or bread. So after 2 to 3 days, you can see that some spongy-like structure which is stuck to that roti, spoiled roti, bread or chapati. So that greyish color, that is nothing but the fungus which is collected on the bread or roti. That means the food is spoiled. That fungus is nothing but the bacteria which is caused by the spoil of the food. So that is also, that is seen by the naked eyes, which you can see with the naked eyes. Apart from that, so many are which are not seen by the naked eyes. So those are called as microorganisms. For example, I tell you one more thing. Take some water from the pond or the stream or the lake. Okay, some handful of water. Just out of that 2 to 3 drops of water you can spread it on the slide. I can see through the microscope. So what are those? So you can see some tiny microorganisms which will be going around in the water. One example, and one more. Take some soil. Take some handful of soil and put it in the beaker and add some water to that beaker. Okay, after some time the soil gets settled in the beaker. Okay, the water will be floating on the sand. Okay, so that water which you collected along with the soil, so that water you take 2 to 3 drops of water and put it on the slide and watch under the microscope. There also you can see that some microorganisms will be moving around in that 2 to 3 drops of water. That means, so whatever the substance we are having on the earth, so everything will be present full of microorganisms. We can see some microorganisms are seen by the naked eye, some are seen only under the microscope. Okay. So in the microscopes, in the microorganisms, we have 4 types. That is, first one is bacteria. Okay. Second one is fungi. Third one is protozoa. Fourth one is algae. protozoa and algae. Okay, apart from this, one more virus we have that is commonly called as viruses. Viruses are nothing but they are also very small and they cannot be seen under microscope, but they will be entering the human body into the living cells because they are not active when they will be outside. They are not active when they enter into the human body. Means they enter into some cells in the living cells in the human body. So that time they will become active when they start producing in number of viruses, in large number. So that time they start producing the diseases. So diseases like influenza, common cold, flu. So these are also caused by the viruses. So these are also one viruses on microorganisms which enters the human body and causes some peculiar type of diseases. Okay, those viruses are very small. Even those are also very small, which cannot be seen through the naked eyes, but it will be felt how when we fall sick from the diseases, that I will come to know that some viral has attacked to my body, so I am falling sick. So like viral fever, viral common cold, flu. So like this some are the symptoms which you cause by the viruses. Okay, so even they cause many diseases. So next, before entering that viruses, only precaution has to be taken, but nothing, no cure, it cannot be cured because once it enters the host means living cell, it cannot be cured. Just antibiotics are given to that to remove the virus from the body, but apart from that we have to take the precautionary. Precautionary means we have to be careful, means it is spread through some viral disease, so always we have to be precautionary. Okay, that is also viruses. Viruses are comparatively very small compared to these microorganisms. Okay, next comes bacteria. Okay, next comes bacteria. Even bacteria causes many diseases called tuberculosis and typhoid. Yes, these are the diseases which are caused by the bacteria. They spread it through the water, contaminated water. Yes, sometimes you cannot carry the water. If you are helpless, you cannot carry the water from the home and all. So somewhere you will go to drink in some kind of water and all. So that contaminated water causes these type of diseases like tuberculosis and typhoid. Tuberculosis is nothing but commonly called as TB. Okay, so these are also called caused by the contaminated water wherever you go. So you have to carry the water. That is the one precautionary what we have to take before spreading the diseases. Okay. So next comes fungi. Fungi, as I told you, it is the fungus which is collected on the spoiled food at home, like roti, chapati and all. So that is also fungus. So it can be seen through the naked eyes. Okay, it can be seen through the naked eyes. So protozoa. What is protozoa? Protozoas are also the microorganisms. Even they cause different diseases like malaria and elephantiasis. Protozoas are bigger compared to the bacteria. Okay, so these are algae. Algae are nothing but they are caused in the water where the water contents are more like stream, ponds, lakes and all. So there these algae are collected. Okay. So these are the different kinds of microorganisms where we have to study. So apart from this, we are going to study that what is that friend and foe. Means microorganisms are very harmful in one way and they are very useful also in one way. What are these? How they are useful and how they are harmful. So let us study in the next classes. I hope you have understood this, children. So I am going to stop this video here only. So in the next video I am going to tell about the harmful and useful of microorganisms. In what way they are harmful, in what way they are useful for our daily life. Okay, children? And once again I am going to tell that the notes of previous lesson I have sent to the PDF in the group. Most of the children have got it. Please write all the notes and bring it for the correction every week whenever you are called by your class teacher. Okay? Thank you, children.
9